Got it. Perfect.
Yeah.
So let's continue with that story on the European tour.
Yeah, no, so that was a US Open qualifier
US Open
actually
qualifier.
at East Lake. I had this Honma driver uh, which was a Japanese club, and I used to hit that really far. I think this is in the 90s, and I drove the last hole was a par four, and I drove it on. It was again a 350, 360 yard hole, and the USGA, the US Open is conducted by the USGA guys. So the USGA rules official actually came and took my driver inside and got it checked to see if it was legal. So that was a good incident. That was something funny, and I actually got a little scared because, I mean, I knew it was a legal driver, but when someone wants to check your equipment, you always, you miss a heartbeat because you don't know what's going to come out of it. So I don't know. He did whatever he had to do. Coming to Shiv's 17th hole tee shot, Shiv, actually I forgot that, but I did drive the 17th green playing with Shiv in Tolly, but that wasn't that tough because it's only about a 310-15 yard hole if you hit it over the guest house. So you got to actually take it out from the left side. And I think Rahil also tried hitting it. I don't know if he's actually hit it, but you can, if you take it out from the left side over the guest house with a fade, the hole is drivable. So that was, I think there's a question.
Indrajit, you're one of the unique guys I've seen, because even I remember I've never seen it before. I don't know whether I've ever seen it again. On the 16th or 17th hole of Royal Calcutta Golf Club, there was only one guy who stood on the 16th fairway when he was teeing off on the 17th. In the middle of the 16th fairway to start that ball, and used to end up 10 yards short of the green side bunker of the 17th. Used to do that big massive cut over the left side. I remember that. It was mind-boggling. So you saw.
Yeah. So I'll tell you. Yeah. So because I always preferred a fade. So unfortunately, the 17th hole in Royal has become a very bad hole now. I mean, compared to what it used to be, because before, if you remember, you had to fly the ball about 260 to carry that left tank, and then the fairway opened up.
Yes.
And that tempted you to actually go for your tee shot. Now with the tank going all the way to the green, it's a hole where you have to play it right, and it's taken out that risk element totally out of the hole.
Oh, so they lengthened the tank on the left side now.
Yeah, it's gone all the way to the green.
Okay.
So I remember one Indian Open, I hit the bunker on the 17th with a fade from the left, and I was playing with this guy. There used to be a Dutch pro. There was only one Dutch pro on the Asian Tour, and I was playing with this guy, and this guy was zapped because he didn't know where it was coming from. So I've played a few holes a little differently because I had the opportunity. I had that little extra length which helped me. That Nepal Open I won. I remember, I don't remember the exact hole, but there was one par 5 where I actually used to drive onto a completely different fairway and hit that hit a short iron into the green. So
is that the one Tarun is referring to?
No. Tarun is, which year is he talking about? 99.
99. He's saying not just the longest hitter, but also the smartest. What he did in 99 in Nepal, I've never seen.
Okay, that's Tarun's favorite story. No, so coming back to, a lot of golfers actually talk about hitting it far. Like I said, obviously you got to get the club head moving as fast as you can. Right. There's no secret to that. And the key is, good contact. And that's something that we never knew when we were kids. Today we know what a smash factor is, but it's extremely important. So, if you're going to hit it hard and, you can hit it off the middle of the club face, then you can hit it far. I think one advantage we had was we had really small club heads, so that I still feel that if we come with a smaller driver head, the better players will benefit because you're forced to hit off the middle of the club face. When you have a small driver head, you're forced to hit off the middle of the club face.
True.
And you improve your golf swing, you improve your impact. And I think that's probably one reason why, whenever we chase the ball, we made sure we hit it off the middle of the club head because that was all that was there. There was
Right.
nothing. Either you hit it off the middle or you hit a really bad shot.
Right.
So that was one thing I think the manufacturers can look at, little smaller club heads than even even the tour heads are a little smaller, but I think not even 420, we should be looking at 360 driver heads with the new technology. Maybe it may be the next big thing. I'm not sure.
They actually have come out with one of these drivers. TaylorMade came up with a new recreated Taylor burner or something, the original one.
Oh, is
They've
it?
recreated, yeah, the small driver head, and it's brilliant. I hit it. I mean, someone was hitting it, so I was just trying it out. I mean, I just hit one of his, Miraj Shah. So, he does a lot of these golf programs on TV and stuff like that. So he used to do a lot of these adventure programs on TV. So he's one of the guys. So I saw it with him, and it was fantastic. I immediately sent a message to Atit. Atit, I need one of these because it's
You
so
got
easy
one?
to hit a smaller head. Yeah, Atit knows about it. So I saw it just recently, and I sent him a message. So he said, sure, absolutely, whatever. But I said, I must get my hands on one of that because, a smaller head is so much easier to hit. I mean, that's from me personally. Yeah, I used to hit a lot of these big hooks. Yeah, Shiri, thanks for reminding me. I remember those big hooks as well.
I remember that wooden little driver you had, and you
Yeah,
the
yeah,
swinging hooks. I
yeah.
remember
I
those.
cracked it on that drive, by the way, on the fourth hole shift that you mentioned. That poor driver got cracked in the middle in the sweet spot, and I had to go looking for a screwdriver to change the insert because that's the only thing we used to do. So I went with that driver to Royal at the end of the day and tried to figure out another face for that driver. We used to have those little metal inserts with the screws on the face. Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
That cross screws.
yeah, that was good
So,
times, good
so
fun.
yeah. Those days were good fun, and we used to play these holes. You would play from one tee to the other hole
That's
because
right.
nobody was
That's
on the
right.
golf course. So
That's
we
right.
played like par sevens and par eights. I remember once we played from the fifth tee, which is one end of the golf course, to the we played the
Ninth.
15th. Yeah, the
Oh,
15th green. So we
wow.
played fifth hole tee, and that me and Arjun used to do at Wal. So from the
Yeah,
fifth
wow.
hole, we played the Tolly fifth hole to the 15th green. So we played across the fifth fairway, then we went on to the ninth fairway, then from there we went on to the 13th fairway, then we
Yeah.
went to the 15th. So it was like a. So we've done all kinds of crazy things when. Anyway, I think I'll just I want to tell everyone about the Nepal incident which
Right, we're waiting for
Tarun
it.
mentioned. Yeah, and yeah, so me and Tarun were playing. Tarun, of course, says it much better, but me and Tarun were playing this par five. I don't remember the hole, 14th hole or 13th hole, and this par 5 has a water hazard, like a drain running all the way from the tee to the green, and the right side is the hills and jungle. So Tarun hit one tee shot right, and I think he lost ball, hit one more right. He hit it all over the place on the right, and I hooked it left into the water hazard. So I went to the water hazard. The water hazard had, just a thin layer of water, just about the depth of a golf ball. And I saw that I could hit it, so I went there and I tried to hit it out, and the ball hit the edge and came back into the water. And once the ball came back on, and the water was flowing, so the water was flowing from the tee right up to the green, and then it kind of feeds out outside the club somewhere. So it's a strongish current, but very shallow drain. So then the ball started moving. So I didn't play my shot. I kept watching and I kept walking with the ball, and the ball actually kept moving, and it flowed about 300 yards right up to the green. And moment it reached the green, the ball would stop and it would roll, and it would stop and flow. And when it reached the green, I quickly took out my wedge out, and I chipped it onto the green, 3 on, and I two putted and walked off the green. And I think Tarun made a 8 or 10, and we were actually rooming together. So Tarun was very upset. And before that hole, I threw my club into the water hazard and all that. So, I used to have a little bit of a tantrum when I was young. You know that.
I am very
So,
aware of it.
so Tarun was kind of zapped, and I think after that we became friends because Tarun figured that this guy is completely nuts. But I was very lucky, and it just worked out like a dream. So the ball flowed 300 yards in that rain right up to the green. And if I waited any longer, the ball would have flown OB, gone OB into the outside the golf club. So I had to hit it out, but I had only a 20-yard pitch, not even a 20-yard pitch, like a 10-yard pitch.
So
that
that's
was
smart.
one of those.
That's smartness because
That's
you were
smart,
also aware
yeah.
of the rule. Yeah, because the rule, you're right. You're the only circumstance when you could hit the ball was it moving in the water. That's the only time you could hit a moving ball. There was no other rule there. That's right.
Yeah,
I don't know what
exactly.
it is right now, but yeah, it's right.
Yeah, so that was a really funny incident. Not that we played, that tournament. I think 2 days got cancelled because of curfew. In fact, again it was a Brandon's tournament, and we were actually staying at the ITC guest house, me and Tarun.
Right.
So that was fun. So just one more thing I wanted. I mean, before we end, I guess we should be ending now. Is that the times we had playing pro golf in the 90s and the early 2000s was completely different because we finished on weekends, and members actually came out to watch us play. So the friends that are made across the country, whether it's Lucknow, whether it's Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore, Chennai, any of these cities, Hyderabad in the past, we used to play at Bolaram. We made so many friends who were members and, who came out and actually watched us play. And we have those relationships even 30 years down the line. I think that is the only thing that I miss when I see the tour now, because we generally play Tuesday to Friday. Members don't come out and watch pro golf anymore. One is because of weekday, sometimes because it's very far out. If you're playing a golf course which is 50 kilometers from the club, from the city, people wouldn't come out to watch. So, today, members don't know the new stars, whether it's Rashid, whether it's any of the guys, whether it's a Chikka, whether it's any of the new boys. We actually, there is no connect with the golfing fraternity and them. But we grew up, playing pro golf where almost every member in the club actually came and watched us play on a Sunday. True. And actually, if you were a good player and, if you conducted yourself well and if you just communicated well, you made friends for life. And that is, I think, the saddest part about pro golf today and what we did.
I think we are at that time also, Indrajit, when we're doing a restart anyways. It's like a reset button. So maybe when we restart on the other side of the lockdown, this could be something that the current system should look at, trying to end a golf tournament on a weekend. I think no member minds coming and watching these great players play. Like, these guys are super players. I mean, who wouldn't want to watch the top ranked world players in India playing, I mean, they're fantastic.
Also, Romit, I think Romit also, what has changed is, we played all our pro tournaments on golf courses like the Bangalore Golf Club, right? Chennai, of course, both the courses are there. Yeah. Delhi, we always played 90% of the tournaments at DGC.
Right.
Bangalore, of course, BGC. You look at Bombay, you played BPGC, you played even Wellington and US Club. Yeah. So all the golf clubs were right in the middle of the city. And today, you play a lot of golf courses which are so far out from the city that even if it was a weekend, I don't think members would really come out and watch you. And that is maybe one area.
You never know.
Yeah, well, I don't know, but I would really love to have members actually come out and watch players play on their golf course. And
absolutely.
And I think that will also bring in sponsors. Pros will get sponsors. The tournaments will get sponsors, because if 50 people come out and watch, and out of them maybe 2 guys are potential sponsors who may invest in the game. So
right, you're right.
I think that's something that's missing, and I would love to see that come back.
And that's what happened. When we used to watch golf when we were young, I used to actually measure out where the pros hit it, and then actually try to aspire to get there. On when we were playing normal golf on my golf course. So that was the only way I learned where the pros used to hit it. Otherwise, if you don't see them playing, you'll never actually know what to do or how to play that hole the best. So that's a great point, Indrajit, over there. And I think we've had you for a long time on this show today. And thank you so much for your valuable time. Some people are saying, please get Indrajit again. Got to get more tips and stories. He has no time in Tolly to give me. So that's Shiv Mohan. He's haggling for a lesson here.
Anytime.
So,
Anyway, thanks for having me, Romit. It was nice
it's
because
very,
a lot
yeah.
of things I shared today, which I haven't shared with anybody actually, or I didn't even remember. So it was really nice. Thank you so much.
I'm happy. I'm happy I got that out of you. And Bhalotia, thank you so much for sitting in one place for so long, because I haven't seen you do that either. Over a period of time. Even when we did classes together and stuff, you used to keep walking around. You can never sit still. So this has
Yeah.
been a first for you. And thank you so much. But through this program also, we would like to appeal to all those guys out there. What Indrajit touched on earlier in the show, a lot of teaching pros have lost their business. A lot of guys who are very dependent on this golfing industry have lost their means of earning a decent living. So please reach out to me or Indrajit. Indrajit's in Calcutta, I'm in Delhi. Reach out to us. If you want to actually help these guys, come directly to us and we'll help guide you where you want to put your money. You can help them out directly. We'll give you their names, their addresses, or even their phone numbers. You can give them a call. If you want us to help out, fair enough. But if you want to help out, Indrajit's got something going in Calcutta where he's helping out. So you can get in touch with him directly on the Instagram handle. And I think this will be great and beneficial to all the guys who've lost out so much. And, in time to come, they're going to lose out more. So we need to keep supporting them as much as we can. And thank you, Indrajit, for being here. And good to see you again, mate.
Thanks. Take care. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.